Here we go again. Hello, and welcome to Famicast 234, your Famicast, for the latter part of November 2022. Sorry, I got chapped lips, guys. I'm your host, Danny Bivens. Today, I'm joined by James Charlton.
1, 2, 3, 4. Get those video games on the floor. I just noticed the episode number 234.
Yes, I got you covered. I got a bunch of stuff on the floor in here. But
it's Coolio!
We're also joined by Ty Sugar.
Was good. I fucked up my lighting, so I have this jerry-rigged setup right now.
It's very ISIS. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You're welcome. I'm sorry, or you're welcome.
Yeah, there it is. Perfect.
Audio listeners say, well,
exactly. Yeah, so here we are. We're back for the second episode of November 2022. Actually, I mean, for video viewers, it's going to be a little weird because we're going to have 3, but that's going to be like the first December episode because the audio one comes out on December 2nd. You'll understand when it's all done. Yeah. But, no, and I did that just because I was thinking hey, it is kind of nice to not edit a podcast on Christmas Day or something like that too. So, yeah, there's that.
Welcome to the Famicast. Talk about video games. And
if you're new, we talk about games in Japan and other stuff too. So how we behind the scenes stuff. But anyways, let's go ahead and get the show kicked off with some new business. And JC,
holy shit!
How about you? Kick us off.
Yeah, let's do it. James Allen in the chat asking who can't find their Ethernet cable. Yes. Come on, Jesus, what? 5 minutes late starting? It's Danny's fault. So yes, my new business is a little bit of the usual. A little bit of the new actually. So what do you want to hear about first? The old or the new?
Let's get the old out of the way then.
Let's get the old out of the way. Well, the old is the Splatoon 3 Splatfest, which is the second Splatfest or third one if you count the demo one. So this one was the Pokemon themed one, fire, water, grass type. Splatoon 3, in case you forgot or didn't know, yes, there are now 3 teams that you choose from, and you mainly battle against one other team, just like we've always done. Always been turf war is usually the way Splatfest go. I believe ranked is not a part of Splatfest. The ranked games get taken out, but you can choose pro level. You can choose regular or pro. Pro is usually where the ranked guys hang out. And all of those matches are counted in the final tally. So, how many regular matches, how many pro matches were won. And then in Splatoon 3, they introduced this new match type called the Tricolor Battle, which is very confusing. I mean, I'm still don't have my head wrapped around how this thing is calculated. I do know how to win these games, but when the end of results come up, it's like, I think, oh, boom, we won totally. And it's like, we lose by 10%. I'm like, what? What did we do wrong? I don't understand. So this time, the Tricolor battles happen in the exact midpoint of the Splatfest. So halfway through the Splatfest, they calculate who's winning. And the team that is winning will be on a team of 4. And this time it was Team Water, my team. I chose Team Water, and my team was winning, which for the first time ever at the midpoint battle. And then I'm against 2 fire and 2 grass, all in the same battle. So the fire and the grass, they're kind of helping each other out, but not really. They can still kill each other. But it is up to them. They have to activate this rocket in the middle of the arena, and it's up to the team water to make sure no one activates the rocket. And we have 4 guys, so we have the advantage, right? So because we're all coordinated, we're all on the same team, and we only have to kill people, basically. We don't have to achieve any objective. We just have to make sure they don't achieve their objective. And it's pretty weird, actually, because like I said, this is the first time I've been on a kind of winning team at the halfway point. And the spawn points are completely new because, maps are obviously designed to be an exact mirror image. Just like these kind of amazingly designed levels, which they look like one huge arena. But if you put a mirror down the middle, they would literally mirror each other. They are exactly the same on both sides, but it just doesn't feel like that when you're playing it. So when you have a third team introduced, then you're like, okay, well, where are they going to start? And the answer is they just kind of choose this place kind of like a little bit in the center of the map, but like to the left. And they just kind of like, you start on like this little part of the map that's always been there, but like you just kind of like start there. So you're really near the middle. So it's kind of really weird because you're almost like right in front of the objective when you start. So you get, when you spawn, if you die, you get spawned back right next to where the guys are trying to attack, right? Trying to get this rocket. Which is the answer to that puzzle of, do you remember that somebody data mined Splatoon 2 and they found a rocket ranked mode that was never used? Here it is in Splatoon 3. So yeah, I managed to win the 2 tricolor battles that I played in, which was fun. And there was there was one that I lost, and I didn't understand why I lost, because like they didn't activate the rocket once, and we seem to have enough ink on the stage, but apparently not. Apparently ink counts as well as the rocket activations. I don't know, is my answer. I'm still not really sure about that, but it was fun anyway. So yeah, and then it ended up at the end, Team Water won overall, and it was a complete clear streak. Like, we won all the pro battles, well, majority of the pro battles, majority of the regular battles. We've got the popular vote and something else at the end. I forgot what the other one was. There's like 4 categories that it's judged on, and we won all 4. So it was like literally fire 0, grass 0, water 50. It was like everything. So yeah, I managed to get up to water champion level, which is not the highest one. I didn't have as much time to put it in it as the previous the previous Splatfest, which I think I got up to like whatever it's called, king rank, like the highest rank. So I was like 1 off the top rank, but I still got 20 sea snails at the end of it, which I was very pleased with. And you can use those sea shells to like do kind of funky things with your equipment, and make sure you have like, the best equipment and stuff like that. Anyway, so yes, so yeah, good times. Splatfest, nice to have a Splatfest. I don't know if they're going to do it once a month. I don't know if they've made that promise. I can't remember when they first announced it.
I don't think they said specifically. Ty, I'd have to check with Ty on that though. No, but I don't think they said anything specifically. It's maybe it's
I don't think it's been once a month anyway. I mean, we've had one kind of recently, but I think it was
no, because they were pretty damn close. Because I mean, the last one was what, like the middle of October, and this is, well, it's like kind of like the middle of November / it was like the 12th, right, when it started. So yeah, maybe they just picked like the best weekend, because after that it's the 19th. I'm like, well, we're gonna do it early, we're gonna do it a little bit late. So
that's the old out the way. Okay, people who stopped listening or skipped through my segment can continue to re-listen.
JCat had last comment about that too. He's like, Team Water needed to have the most ink to win the tricolor battle. The rocket just helps the other teams to put down ink because it activates a sprinkler in their color. Okay.
Okay, cool, excellent, good explanation. There it is. So I guess we just didn't have enough ink down then.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's more Splatoon news that we're going to talk about in news, so we'll talk about that later. So the new, well, I guess this isn't even technically new because it's not a new game, but it's new to me. So we reached the end of the semester at my university, and I usually like to play some games with my students at the end of semester. And yeah, we played the usual, like we played a bit of Smash, a bit of Mario Kart. We actually did a Smash tournament, like using the tournament feature that they have in the game. And so yeah, we had like 16 students, and I think the tournament allows 16. Actually, I think that's the maximum. So like everyone choose their character, everyone inputted their name, you know, and then we all duked it out. Some people hadn't played Smash since like Wii. And some guys were like really really good, and one guy brought his GameCube adapter, and 4 GameCube controllers.
Brought his own Joy-Con. One he was playing on the one.
yeah. There were a few, like, well, almost everyone has a Switch. Obviously, this is Japan. But it was interesting because some people were requesting the Joy-Con, like in the holster. What do you call it? The grip. The grip, right? Joy-Con grip.
Joy-Con
yeah,
grip.
some people actually preferred that over the GameCube controller because that's what they're used to. It's like, okay.
I mean, I think, those of us that,
scrub.
I just, for me, it's like that's just what I always played Smash with. Not because it's some kind of clout chasing or anything like that. It just feels weird on any other controller for me.
We had a few pro controllers in there as well. One guy had the Smash one, the black and white one.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we had a nice mixture of controllers and a very varying mixture of skill levels. And yeah, as it was obvious, the guy who brought the GameCube adapter was the guy who won the tournament.
Congratulations, James.
Yeah. Yeah. I got to the semifinals. I lost against the guy who won. So I was like, okay,
sure,
that's fine.
That.
I'm happy with that. Yeah, he was using Joker. Yeah. Okay. The guy who came in second was using Ganondorf. I've never seen a Ganondorf do that well in a tournament, but I guess I don't watch that much Smash Bros. Is that unusual, Ty, for a Ganondorf to make good?
Meh.
Yep. Okay.
Depends more on the player than the characters, I think.
Yeah. Well, it didn't seem to be that good, but it's better than me. But that's not saying much. But yeah, the Joker guy was pretty good. Like,
knows how to play the game.
Pretty wild recoveries and stuff. Yeah, and I think this was the first time we played with like all the DLC unlocked available. Maybe question mark. Can't remember. Yeah, because like we've only just gone back to not just, but like in this quarter was the first time where we've done all of our lessons at the university, and there are no online. They've actually stopped doing Zoom lessons completely now. There are no more Zoom lessons. Everything is in person, no excuses. So yeah, it's pretty wild. Everyone's wearing masks, obviously, but yeah, everyone's at school. But it's fun. It's fun. It's nice to have everyone, back, and the camaraderie, and when people fail or fall off or do some cool moves, and having that kind of atmosphere in the same room with like 16 people, it's like it's cool. It's like I missed that, and yeah, it was during that time. It's just a couple of days ago. I was like, yeah, man, I missed this. This is cool. This is what games are all about, in-person gaming tournaments.
Whole reason you became a teacher at that school.
Exactly, yes. I believe that joke's been made before, yes. Does James actually teach anything?
He doesn't, actually.
No.
He just hangs out. Hey, it's good, bad dude. More power to you.
Only game-related things. So the new old game that my student actually brought, which was pretty cool. He said, he's like, "Oh, James, have you ever heard of this game called Flying Disc?" And I was like, "Flying Disc? Not really."
Windjammers.
Right. He showed me it, and he said, like, "Oh yeah, I think it's got a different name in your country.
Yeah. Flying
And then
power
he showed
disc.
me it, and I was like, oh, that's Windjammers, right. So I know Windjammers, but I'd actually never played it before. I think, I don't know, I may have played, but there are a few games similar to this, right, Ty? Like, this is the original one.
Yeah, this is the OG.
This is the OG one. Yeah, he had the OG one. But we were playing the Japanese one, so it wasn't called Windjammers. It's called, is it Flying, is it called Flying Disc?
That
Flying
sounds
power
familiar,
disc.
yeah.
Flying power disc. Yes, that's right. Exactly. Great name. So yeah, my first time playing Flying Power Disc or Windjammers, and it's cool because he actually described it to me. He said like it's very simple to play, but like really hard to be good at. You know, that's the way he explained it, and that is 100% true. So it's basically like air hockey, like, but you know the puck is a guy, and you know, you can choose guys. There's like I think there's 6 characters from different countries. You know, got UK, Japan, America, and so when you're throwing the disc, it's only like, I think it's only 2 buttons actually, A and B. Like A is throw, but it's also catch. Like if you perfectly time it when the disc goes towards you, hit A as it arrives at you, you will be able to power up your throw back. So, you know, if you just catch it and wait and then throw it back, it'll be pretty weak. But if you catch it perfectly, then yeah, you'll be able to throw it back a lot stronger. And then B is lob, so you're kind of like throwing the disc, you know, high into the air. And you can trick people, like, you know, throwing it and then it just lands just over the net, so they don't get it in time. And A is not only throw and catch, but it is also dash. So like if you move in a direction, you can like dash up, and you know, actually no, you can dash in any direction. So, you know, if somebody does a lob and it's going to land right at your feet, you know, you can dash forward and grab it, right? So it's really simple, like literally 2 buttons and moving in a direction, and it's like it's a sport, or it's like a game that everyone knows, air hockey. You know, you throw the disc, and the aim is to make it go past the guy's line, so you get points, right?
Okay.
But the line behind you, like there are actually there's a red zone and a yellow zone, and I think the red zone is 3 points or 2 points, and the yellow section is 5 points. And the game actually balances itself like as you're playing it. So like the winner, see if we can find a screenshot here. So here you can see the yellow section is quite big on both sides. Yeah, they're exactly equal. But like if somebody's getting their ass, you know, handed to them, like the 5 point section will actually increase in size on the guy that's winning.
Okay.
So it's like a kind of built-in kind of automatic handicap thing. I'm sure that's, you could probably turn that off. Ty, are you like familiar with this game? Like,
Yeah. I don't know if you can actually turn it off though.
Okay. Maybe it is built in, but like, yeah, and you know, you can set how many points till you win and the timer and that kind of thing. Just very basic thing, like very simple, almost like fighting game style, you know, setup things, you know, how many points to win, how much time you got, and all that kind of stuff. But it is so simple, but like so fun, because like games are really fast, and you know, it's like you can do like best out of 3 games, things like that. And it's like boom, next guy comes on, and it's actually a good game to play in tabletop mode as well. Like you know, which we had to do at one point because, you know, we had a Smash tournament going on the big screen, and then me and a few guys who were not playing at the moment, we were playing this, and it's just like really just super easy and super easy to understand, because you just like, you know, you can explain it in like seconds. But like the more you playing, the more you're getting better, right? And then, you know, the matches are getting more and more intense, and it's like, you know, it's really fun. Yeah, really, really cool. And yeah, I believe there's a sequel as well, which looks really snazzy.
Very recent game, and there's also like another one that's like was a spiritual successor.
Oh, nice. Do you remember what it's called?
I don't remember it off the top of my head, but
okay.
Yeah, like this game had a big resurgence like a couple years ago because it was like fighting game people playing it, and like
Yeah,
running
I can see that.
tournaments.
It's
Like,
all mind games, isn't it?
yeah, like this game was never appreciated in its own time, but it had a big comeback, and thanks to emulators and online play and piracy, like this game had a huge resurgence and got a sequel. How about that
What
shit?
what was the original console, or was it arcade?
Arcade. It was a SNK Neo Geo hardware.
Okay.
Nice.
Did
And
they
then
have
it
it on
was
on their home console too? Like was it Neo Geo or anything like that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I bet it came out on the Neo Geo.
Right. It makes sense. They seem like they did it with like all their stuff. So
Yeah, because I mean that hardware is like literally identical to the arcade
right.
hardware.
nice. Oh, it looks like we've got a little mini game here. I didn't play this one. It was like a bowling mini game.
Wow.
So yeah, you do have like some super moves as well. I think that's what's going on here in the screenshot. There's like fire coming
Right,
off
like
the frisbee.
the characters are unique.
Yeah, exactly. So like, I went between a couple of guys, like the UK guy and the American guy, and yeah, there's some like really powerful moves that just like, I don't know if they're unblockable, but like very hard to block or very hard to catch.
Hard the blockables, we call in the fighting game community.
Or in this game, hard to catchables, I guess. So yeah, that's pretty wild. And you can even do these super moves with the lob, so it'll like go like, do all these kind of crazy loop de loop and things before it gets to the other side, and the guy's like, doesn't know what the hell's going on. It's very hard to catch. So yeah, wild, easy, fun to play game. And I don't think it's on sale at the moment. It's well, the all-time low price, we're looking at Deku deals, which will show up later in this episode. All-time low is 639 yen. It's like $6 or something like that. But it's currently 1,600 yen. So yeah, maybe put it on your wish list, or the sequel. I guess they're both good? Question mark? Ty?
Yeah, it's also free on Fightcade.
All that?
Yeah.
Do that. Brilliant. So yeah, there you go. Bit of old, bit of new, which is also old. Next.
Sick.
Cool. All right, Ty. What you
All
been
right. The only one game worth mentioning, and that is Dead by Daylight. You guessed it. But I've been having some new and interesting experiences. So first of all, I finished getting all the achievements again.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Like they just keep adding to it, right? So
yeah, like every major update gets like like 5 or so achievements. And let's see. So the last achievement, kind of a grindy one, it's escape RPD 20 times by opening the gate and leaving through the exit gate. So not only do you have to like escape, you have to specifically be a person who opens the exit gate, and it's do that 20 times.
Okay.
Which is a hell of a grind. Okay, so like if you just let it go to a random map or whatever, it's gonna be like, I don't know, like a fucking 4% chance of getting RPD to start with.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, so if you're just trying to do it just by random fucking map, it's gonna take you your entire fucking life. So what I did is, sometimes you get the map offerings on your Blood Web, just like the consumable things that let you pick a stage, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So I was grouping up with one of my friends in America. So I'm playing at night, and he can play in the morning when he's supposed to be working from home.
Nice.
So yeah, we just play for like 6 hours straight every night.
Jeez.
And so like one of us would play an offering, the other would play like extra blood points, and like we were just on that grind trying to get those RPD escapes. And okay, let me tell you about the RPD map. All right, so originally it came out last year when they added Nemesis. And it was like disgustingly huge and just extremely survivor sided. So when the Wesker chapter came out, what they did is they reworked the map to have like two variations, each of which is smaller than like the whole of it. So like you have one, it's like RPD West. It has more of the west side rooms, and then you get East. It has the west side rooms cut off, but there's more on the east side. In fact, let me do a little screen share here.
Okay.
Let's see. Share screen. This one. Okay. All right. Let's see.
Looking at Ty's files.
Yeah. There's let's see. Not porn.
Do not open, Mom.
Right.
A file that kills you if you open it. Okay, so here's the original RPD. Let me zoom in a little bit here.
Virus.exe.
Yeah. So it's 2
Whoa.
floors. This is like basically just the second floor. I think this is actually it's actually based on like the same like models and textures that were actually in RE2 remake.
Okay.
Capcom just sent them over, so here you go.
Huh.
And so here's what it used to be like with Nemesis.
Okay.
And you know, it's fucking huge, and it's 2 floors, so it's like double huge.
Yeah.
So like all you had to do is like just spread out and do gens, and you would probably win. Now let me go to. All right, so now there's 2 variations here. Let's use the east variation. All right, you see there's like this whole part here on the left. It's cut off. Okay. And they reworked the generator locations, and they opened up like a lot of walls and doors and shit, so it's like easier to navigate across.
Okay, so the red part on the map, that's closed off.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, that's off limits. So, for example, let's see, what's a really visible color I can use? Wait. Okay, let me. So, for example, there would be like a generator here, probably a generator here, maybe one like upstairs around here, and then I don't know, probably one around here, and definitely one like here upstairs, and maybe one more here, more or less. So there's always like 7 generators. Oh, actually, probably one of them would be here. They added this outside section.
Okay.
So disregard one of these. So these are quite a bit more scrunched together. And let me fucking tell you about what's going on in RPD's meta right now. Like, welcome to the TED Talk. Okay, so basic strategy: survivors they have to complete 5 of 7 gens. So there's like 2 they can ignore. So say for example, let's see, what can I use here? All right, say like you just start knocking out gens, like, you know, like bad or uncoordinated survivors. They'll just like knock out like the most isolated gens, and then when you get to like the last 3, oh fuck, they're super close together. And then the killer just hangs out around those, and you're fucked. Especially because like probably the best killer perk right now, Eruption. Yeah, after they kick a generator, it only slows it down a little bit, probably depending on other perks. But like after they kick it, it's like trapped, and if they down a survivor, anybody working on that gen or generators, it fucking blows up, loses a ton of progress, and like they are unable to do any actions. They're like stunned for like 30 seconds. They can move around, but they can't do anything.
Okay.
And like once you're in a 3-gen situation like this, you're just fucked. Good game. Yeah. So what you have to do is you either have to know or coordinate. And let me open a fresh fucking map here.
Do you talk to randos, Ty?
There's no voice chat in the game, and I try to avoid it. Wow, damn! I think I saved the fucking low res one.
Sounds like a Nintendo game.
Yeah. I mean, there's like pre-game and post-game text chat, and that's when the slurs come out.
Right.
Right. Yeah, like another big change they made is there's always like 2 generators in the main hall. Well, not always, but usually. And let's see. Maybe there'll be one here, one here, one here. Fuck. I don't know. Oh, definitely one out. There's always one out here, I think. One, that's 4. Okay, yeah, that's 7. This is about what it looks like. So what you have to do. Oh, let me keep that one white. Okay. No, switch to red. Okay, so what you have to do.
Hopefully, no one takes that out of context, Ty.
Yeah. Fuck. So what you got to do is you have to do gens that are clustered together and or central. So like look at this map. You can see how you could very easily fuck it up and just like leave the 3 here. So like what you got to do is you got to like take out like central gens. Like this would be like optimal if you just like take out these. Yeah, like once you got this, it's pretty good. Like as long as you have like one of your last 3 like super far away from the other 2, you're golden. Like there's nothing the killer do can stop you from doing these gens probably. Like so.
But I guess the real kind of like wild card thing is that like if you're teamed up with people like me who are just going after any old generator that they see, I'm not thinking about this kind of strategy.
We would be blessed if you were even doing a generator. Right. Yeah. So that's another thing. When you play with randos, some of them are pretty dumb, and like every second you're not on a generator, you're wasting time. You're losing basically. And like you know, these people they'll go get hit once and then hide in the corner of the map and like self-care at like fucking 30% speed. And it's just
Do you love it?
Yeah. All right. Now this brings me to the next part of my complaining and or TED Talk. So
we've gone to commercial. Now we're back. Yeah.
Okay. So when I'm playing with my buddy, whoever is the party leader or like the first person in the lobby, you play on the servers closest to them. So we went back and forth between playing on Japan servers and playing on USA servers. And the players in each region play radically different. And it was like the weirdest thing when I started playing with American players. Like, you know, after somebody gets hooked by a killer, you know, somebody has to go save them. After I go save them, like, I swear, like 80 or 90% of American players would just stand there under the hook expecting to be healed. Whereas, like players in Japan and also, you know, Taiwan, Korea, they all kind of play together. They would run away from the hook and take care of themselves, basically.
Let's stay by the hook. It's comfort. It's comforting.
Yeah.
That's weird. Stay by the thing that just killed them.
Right. So, I think in the USA there's like an expectation that killers won't come back to the hook and murder you, but in Asia, like killers will 100% do that. They will play to win.
Why wouldn't they do that in America?
Yeah, they do sometimes.
Okay.
So this is what happens when you have like an imaginary code of honor. You play stupid and you get owned once you play with real players.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, fighting game players figured this out like 25 fucking years ago with the first time there was a big US Asia tournament. So yeah, we ultimately decided like we'd rather play in Japan because like just rando independent players not in a group, they seem to have a better idea of knowing what to do. The flip side of that is like the killer players, they will play more mercilessly.
Good.
Yep.
So Ty, this might be a question or topic for your fighting game podcast, but what kind of asshole thing do American fighting game players do when they're playing fighting games?
Send slurs online.
Natch. What about in like real world tournaments? I mean, like, you know, in-person tournaments. Is there anything
say slurs out loud?
Say slurs out loud.
Same. Same.
Well, like I said, like American fighting game players got over that shit like 20 or 25 years ago. So, everybody kind of plays this. Nobody really has any made up fucking weirdo rules that they play by. Especially now that like media and tournaments are like easily obtainable and viewable. It's like, you have to not fuck around if you want to compete.
No fireballs twice in one match, or you get banned.
Right. Throws are cheap. Let me get up, etc., etc.
Blocking is an instant ban. Yep.
Right. But not too much blocking. I know too much when I see it. That was like a real argument I remember from some
3 blocks maximum.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. So
there is a funny kind of thing related to this where I can squeeze in another Splatoon reference. So like Splatoon only has 2 commands, which is come here and nice. In Japanese, they say nice. It's called booyah in English. If you want to say fuck you in Splatoon, what I don't know who invented this, but like they do this thing where they dive into the ink and stand up like really rapidly, like a
teabag.
Yeah, no, just like for example, if you went into my home base and like completely covered my home base, and like it's a little bit of a kind of risky move because if you go in like on your own, so it's like and then you shoot someone who's like, okay, get the fuck out of my home base, and then say fuck you for coming into my home base like a cocky motherfucker. You do that move like up and down, up and down. It's basically Splatoon's way of saying fuck you.
Yeah, that's a teabag.
And Japanese people do that. So yeah.
Yep. Well, cool. Yeah, Dead by Daylight also only has 2 commands. It's like point, come here, and a complicated Morse code based on teabags.
Yeah.
Right.
JCat. It's called squid bagging. Lol.
Squid bagging. Of course it is. I've heard that before,
Brilliant.
actually.
Nice.
Yeah. So.
Not that I do it.
Yeah. In Dead by Daylight, like a single tap of the crouch is just like a nod or a respect or a thanks. And yeah, you'll see that. But like in Asia, like people will treat it like a bow almost. Like when you see somebody the first time, like you might just like hit it once, just like hi, what's up? But like if you own someone, you just hammer that. You pace around in circles while you do it.
By the way, it looks like Lemonade is very anti squid bagging. So yeah, and it's done worldwide according to JCat too. So there it is.
Okay, so let's see. In summary, new RPD is actually kind of a balanced or possibly even killer-sided map. It's hard to say because they reworked everything at the same time, pretty much. But yeah, we got fucked a lot just because we got regen, so to speak. So if you start playing DVD, keep that in mind. You have to break up those tight clusters of gens.
Yeah, that's interesting because I mean it makes sense. Obviously, now that you say it, you're like, okay, but
yeah.
I remember like during our game nights, I was just trying to go for any generator that I could find. I mean, I don't know the maps, so it's just like, you know what I mean? Just kind of just going through and like, okay, there's one. This is the only one I might find the whole game, so I might as well try to get on it.
Yeah,
so.
I mean that's fine. That's fine. Like early on, if you just do gens, you'll be fine. But like once you get into the higher ranks, like you have to plan like the fucking whole match, like a chess game almost.
Well, is it fun to play like that?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, because we were going for RPD escapes, like we would try to do perks that were optimized for that map. So I always had balanced landing, the one where if you drop down, you get a speed boost when you land.
Okay.
That's really good on RPD. And I experimented with like various speed or like gen repair assistance perks and stuff, and I think I found the ideal combo. So like by the end, I was able to knock out a bunch pretty quick.
Cool.
Yep.
Nice.
Oh, we have a pleasant new comment in the chat.
Yeah. Actually, Ty, do you want to read that?
I recently started listening to your awesome and chill podcast with also handsome and popular hosts. I've been going back and listening to older episodes. As a fellow ALT in Asia, happy to support you dudes. Thumbs up, thumbs up.
Yeah.
Wow. What
Thanks
a
a lot,
comment.
man or girl.
Thanks,
or
fam.
Thanks to you.
I'll PayPal you the money later, dude. Thanks.
Yeah. Transient image. Thanks a lot for that.
Word. Yeah.
Nice.
Hit us up on Twitter. We'll tell you all the dark secrets of ALT life.
Right.
Yeah.
Get out now.
So yeah, I don't think I think I'm pretty much done talking about RPD. I was grinding it out with my American buddies, and we did it.
Cool.
Red by Daylight. Oh, Raccoon by Daylight.
Yeah. Yeah. I fuck these grindy achievements. Oh, by the way, next chapter comes out in a week. It'll be new killer and new survivor.
Okay.
It's the night guy and the boys.
All right.
The boys, like the
boys,
the TV
like
show.
The boys. No,
for real?
but
Oh, okay.
no. No, it's not a For Honor tie-in, but apparently it's For Honor inspired. So yeah, there's a night guy, and he can summon other knights to assist him.
Oh,
so
kind of night. Okay.
Yeah, you have AI assists.
That would be the one crossover to get me to buy the game, by the way, if it was the boys.
The boys. You never know. So yeah, that comes out next week, and if you have enough fucking in-game shard points saved up, you can get them for free.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Available now.
Yeah, or if not, $5.
Cool.
All
right.
Danny, do you play the video game?
Yeah.
Never heard of him.
Right. So I'll go ahead and close this off with the new business here. So yeah, I don't know what this over the past couple of weeks. I haven't been playing too much stuff. I've been watching a lot of American football. I've been watching a lot of wrestling. Actually, I wanted just to bring this out because I know some of you guys out there that are listening do watch wrestling. I've been watching AEW. It's been fun. I haven't watched wrestling in like 20 years, so it's ridiculous. And every single match I watch, I'm like, anytime you watch wrestling, you're like, is that guy really hurt? Is this guy not, or whatever? Then when somebody actually really does get hurt, you're thinking that, oh, bullshit. And then you read in the news like the next day, you're like, no, man, that guy actually like had a concussion or something, or got a concussion or whatever. I'm like, oh, okay. But
that's how good his acting is.
Yeah, he was real good. So good they didn't, show him on the camera anymore, and sounded actually genuinely concerned. But he's a freaking liar, man. No,
his funeral all fake.
Yes. No, but I have been kind of playing a little bit more of the old Xbox. I haven't been playing too much.
First one, nice.
Yeah, the old one. Yeah, I haven't been playing too much Switch stuff just because I don't know, I've been playing much of anything. But I did actually manage to pick up Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 last week on the Xbox.
And, 360, right?
Yeah, the 360. Yep, having a great time. No, so speaking of the 360, yeah, I mean, I did play the hell out of Modern Warfare 2 on the 360 back in the day. Ty, did you play that one too, or what?
Which one?
Modern Warfare 2, the airport.
Yeah.
Oh, no Russian.
What was that? Or was that Blops?
No, that was Modern Warfare 2.
I think I did play that.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously multiplayer was a lot of fun, with that one. But I really like their special ops mode. You could team up with a friend, locally. Maybe, I don't know if you remember if you could even do it online, but they had the juggernauts, these ridiculously, armored guys that you and a friend have to try to take out. This different parameters and stuff like this. That was a lot of fun. But for this Modern Warfare,
am I going mental here? Is this they called the remake? The exact same name as the original game,
and it's not even a remake, dude. It's just the same name, man.
It's the same name again.
But to be fair, Modern Warfare 2 on the 360 uses the number 2, whereas this uses Roman numeral 2. So no confusion, 2. Right?
Right.
Yeah, stupid naming convention stuff, but I guess they couldn't think of a better name. But
That's amazing. It reminds me of that trailer for Free Guy. I don't know if you remember that Ryan Reynolds movie. It's kind of like GTA, the movie.
Right.
In the trailer, it says, "From the studio that brought you Aladdin, Lion King, twice." It's like that. It's like,
yeah,
amazing.
Yeah, but this is the first Call of Duty game I bought since Ghosts at PS4 launch. So like I've been out of it for quite a long time.
Ghosts.
And
right.
that came out on PS4 2013. Came out on Wii U also.
What was that on? Was that the one that I played, Danny? Like I have? Oh shit! I think I still have it. Call of Duty.
It might be.
I thought I played Black Ops something.
You might have did Black Ops, and I don't remember. But one thing that I didn't like what Call of Duty was doing for a while, because they were kind of going towards more futuristic type of stuff. Kind of, it's almost seemed like just copying everything else that was out there, like Titanfall and other things like that. I mean, now you could argue like, well, they're going after the battle royale thing with their their own iteration of that or whatever, and that is whatever, that it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, when it comes to me, like when I first play these, I always try to go through the campaign mode first, and then if I'm still digging it, I'll play online, get my ass kicked, and kind of decide what I'm going to do from there. But what'd you have, James?
Yeah, I was right. It's Call of Duty Black Ops 2 for the Wii U.
Yeah.
Rated 18. For mature.
Right.
I liked it. It's fun.
Yeah. I mean, what I kind of like what they did with this, and I guess maybe they did with the one before this as well. They're kind of going back to more grounded type of stuff, more realistic, scenarios and stuff like that. One thing I always liked about Call of Duty, I always thought the controls and everything like that, movement, that always felt really smooth and just really good. Guns feel like powerful when they're supposed to, and lighter when they're supposed to too. Everything feels like on point in that regard. And what I like about this one too, like I was kind of surprised because there's actually quite a few different mission types that they throw you into in the campaign. Like I think I've only played through very similar type of things maybe like once or twice. Otherwise, it's always like a lot of different things. A mission I'm at now, it's very stealth heavy. You're in, the sniper gear. You're having to like duck through the grass. There are like bad guys that come out and you have to just like lay there and literally not move. So that's kind of weird and not super fun because if they step on you, then they start shooting you and you're basically dead.
There was a mission like that in this game. Okay. I definitely remember doing that. Hiding in
there was a mission like that in the original Modern Warfare, COD 4. It was really cool when they did it there, and I think they just keep trying to recreate that really cool mission, but I don't know if they've ever succeeded.
I mean, it's an interesting idea. It's just it kind of takes a long time. I think I've done it 3 times in this one mission. Thank God for the Xbox resume function, because I just kind of like, okay, I'm gonna finish this mission after dinner or whatever. And I was like, well, I guess not. Gotta take a shower, get ready for the show. Like
those type of things. COD 4, they only made you do it once.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, other than that, I mean, yeah, there's other cool things too. Like you're trying to infiltrate like these buildings, and you obviously, well, you sniped out everybody from the outside. Then to get inside, you can get up on the roof. You can try to just go right in through the front door. With the roof option, you can open up like a vent, throw down like a flashbang, and then just like shoot out a window and dive in on people. Or your buddy could try to like pick off guys as they're kind of coming out and stuff. So I mean, that type of stuff's kind of neat.
Or unless you choose.
Yeah, you could kind of do what you like. I mean, probably within some kind of scripted parameters and stuff,
okay.
Yeah.
You go one way, the AI goes the other way. Kind of.
Right. Well, they did present me with like a choice, like, do you want me to go down here? Or do you want to go down there? Or do you want to stay up here and snipe and I'll go down there? I was like, yeah, I kind of want to do that. He's like, no, you suck at shooting, so go down there. I was like, oh, okay.
Press F.
But yeah, some other missions where it's, you're all in a team, you have like automatic weapons and just going through, houses, jacking people up and stuff, So Yeah, and then of course too, there's the cool missions where you're in control of like the missiles and like the planes that are way up in the sky, and you're just taking out targets to help out your ground team and stuff like that. So I mean, there's a lot of this cool like military bro stuff that you could do here, and it's just fun. I've been having some fun with this. It's kind of good to be back, and I don't think I mentioned this maybe on the last episode, but having a kind of like a more high end console, it is kind of makes you realize after playing the Switch for so long, it's like, man, yeah, I forgot how games could actually like look really good. Like, man, I mean, I play a lot of sports games too, and even just seeing what they look like on Xbox and stuff like that, it's not quite night and day, but it is a very big difference. So
I like my textures blurry and stretched out. I'm sticking with the Switch.
Yeah, well, I will say that a lot of people these days are complaining a lot. Well, I don't know if it's actually developers or people complaining that maybe they think developers are complaining about developing for the Series S. Regardless of whatever the real situation is, like, yeah, you do notice some kind of like pop in and stuff like that. Even with this game, especially you're running across like this big ass open field, it's massive. And they put a lot of detail into there too. I mean, individual blades of grass, bushes and stuff like that. You kind of see these things popping up as you're running through. I mean, if you're ducked down and like crawling around on the ground, yeah, I mean that stuff's going to look fine because it's not having to load in because you're moving so fast or anything. But
yeah, Danny, I think literally the day after the previous episode when you talked about how you got your Series S, I think a video shoved up in my YouTube saying like, is the Series S holding back this generation or something like that? I was like,
yeah, right.
Ironic.
Let me tell you about my console.
Yeah,
like
right.
Even with the Series game consoles, they're still complaining about graphics. It's like,
yeah, I heard that's actually been a thing devs have been saying.
Right.
I mean, they're still making bloody PS4 games. It's like, I think pretty much not all PS5 games, but a lot of PS5 games also have PS4 versions. Like even the new God of War Ragnarok, which is
like nobody
the new hotness.
Buy a PS5 or
no, and it's like you can't even buy a PS4 anymore either. So it's just like, well, here's what you have to play what you got.
Your console sounds like it's about to take off. It's the fan is blowing that hard if you play the PS4 version, but still you can if you want to. It's probably the same for the Xbox One, right? Probably you can still play games on that, right?
Yeah,
even
probably.
New games.
Yeah,
probably. Yeah.
I mean,
I haven't tried, but yeah.
Right.
Lemonade says the original Xbox is holding back the Series X. Oh, not the original Xbox. Sorry, the original Xbox One.
Yeah.
I read that as like the first one.
Yes, that too.
Yes, holding it back. They're still porting it to the first Xbox.
Yeah.
640p gaming. Let's go.
Yeah, and I still looking at like the character models and stuff like that in this game. They look actually like really freaking good. Like they're really detailed. Sometimes you can tell, video game hair. And I know Ty, James, you know what I'm talking about. Sometimes it's like, oh, that's video game hair. But, you put some hats on them or something like that. Hey, man, they look like really freaking good. Lots of details, to the clothing and to the, like I said before, to the environments. So, yeah, that's really cool. I didn't notice any type of like massive problems with like frame rate or anything like that while playing. There were a couple of like bits of choppiness through some of the cutscenes, but other than that, everything was pretty good. So,
do they have any celebrities in that one, Danny?
If there were, I don't know who the hell they are. So, yeah, no Ronald Reagan in this one. So,
oh man, I remember playing World at War and having Kiefer Sutherland yelling at me the whole game.
I forgot who's in this one, if anyone is in it.
Let's just pretend Jamie Foxx is in this one. There we go.
Yeah.
Boom. Yeah. Or Jake Gyllenhaal, like Jarhead or something. But yeah, like I said, I've been really wanting to play more games, but it's just kind of trying to find a balance of wrestling, American football, podcasting, like this type of stuff, and then work and family and stuff. But here we are.
Are you trying to tell me you're not ready for some football?
It depends on the day of the week, but yes. Yeah. All right.
Hank Williams Jr. is rolling over in his grave.
Oh man, don't you dare take his name in vain.
Who?
he okay. This is a very American thing.
Just do it.
Of course.
All right. So in America, on whatever sports network it was probably Fox or whatever. He would always introduce. He was like a musician who introduced Monday Night Football with this classic banger. Are you ready for some football? Yeah. Right. And he did that for many years until he was canceled for being like an insane racist. I hope they replaced him with a rapper.
Who do they? I mean, Monday. I forgot who they even have now.
Snoop Dogg would make a good replacement.
Yeah,
they have some kind of.
I think it was busy with Tekken at the time.
Yeah. Yes.
All right then.
Yeah. Well, are you ready for the football tie?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm
the SNL version. Are you ready for the football?
I've been honored by the Center for Football Preparedness.
Okay, good. All right. Well, on that note, next up, healthy dose of the NFL. We're going to take a look at the Bears and Lions. No, we're not. Nobody wants to pay attention to that except me.
I like Bears and Lions.
You probably won't like either of these.
We're talking about the Discovery Channel, right?
Yeah, sure. Ugh. All right. Well, that is going to do it for the new business. So we're going to go ahead and move on to a little bit of now playing at the Famicast.com.
You're game.
Now playing at Famicast.com. Lots of stuff going up on our website. Lots of stuff going up. A couple things going up on YouTube. All that type of stuff. And we're here to tell you just a little bit about it so you can check it out. One thing I posted just yesterday. So actually I'll back up a little bit. On Monday, I went into Tokyo for the first time in a while, and I met up with our boy Genki, and we went to this Square Enix Artnia Cafe. I know the really kind of pretentious name because Square Enix just does whatever they want to do, but it is really cool because, I mean, not only does this little cafe in Tokyo have all sorts of like Square Enix goods and food and stuff like that, they were actually running this very cool Live Alive collabo menu goods type of thing. So I went there, I shot some footage, had a good time with Genki, and then made a video about it. So yeah, definitely check that out if you're interested in just maybe to see what Square Enix can do when it comes to like making their own cafe. It's actually quite nice. And then yeah, you can take a look at just like the exhibit, because it's very much like it's very much a mix of art and then like quasi fine dining, and then just a bunch of other crap that you can buy. It's some good. There's some good food. I had some good stuff. You guys should check out the video. And James, you have anything to plug?
What do I? Well, I made a very short video about the Splatfest results. Am I forgetting something, Danny?
No, that was it.
There it is. Find it on the website. On the YouTube channel.
Yep.
Danny, what's the website URL again? I forget.
Not like it's right on the screen or anything either. Yeah, www.famicast.com. Check us out.
I got commented on that from the last episode when I was talking about Ring Fit Adventure, and I was saying things like, put your hands like this, and then do this, and then this. It's like audio listeners are like, what? Right.
Yeah, and hey, I mean, I know for Ty's section earlier too. If you are an audio listener, it might be worth checking out the video version, because we do have chapters on there too, so you can see some of the visual stuff. You're like, I would have kind of wanted to see what those guys are talking about with video and stuff like that, so I can see what's going on the screen.
The map I was scribbling on.
Yeah,
seriously.
You can see that we have chapters not only in the YouTube version but also in the audio version as well.
Yeah, I do that sometimes. Actually, I listen to the podcast and then I go back and watch a little bit of the video version.
Yeah, I mean, just to kind of go off on a tiny bit of a tangent here too. In the audio version, I do try to put in some interactive elements too. Maybe some kind of an article that we have on the site that's related to what we're talking about, or something like that. Or if it's a YouTube video, like, hey, we made this this is exactly what we're talking about. You can check it out. So there's always that type of stuff. Even if you're looking at your phone, you can like, there's maybe like a hyperlink that you can click on to go and do more stuff. So yeah, always be sure to check that out. And then yeah, just always kind of random little bits of news. We're going to talk about some here in a bit about stuff what's going on in Japan, some stuff that you won't find anywhere else for reasons. So all this and more.
Anything is that game.
All right. James, what?
Boy, howdy. It's time for that there JAPANews.
That's right, folks.
Yo!
That's right, folks. It's time for the JAPANews. Yes, the time for the JAPANews. Time of the show, we talk about the latest and greatest news and everything coming out of Japan, sometimes not. Yes. Nintendo related, Japan related.
Right.
We got you covered.
Japan games and Japanese games.
Yes.
Or none of that.
Oh boy, I forgot to put name tags on these this time. Actually, for the first little bit of news, Ty, I mean, this is usually a James thing, but I think the second bit of news is more of a James thing.
All right.
So would you mind taking this, Ty?
Yeah. Apparently we have to live through another month on this terrible Earth.
Yes.
Another game trial in Japan, though, from November 21st to 27th. The indie game Coffee Talk. I know this game. Coffee Talk will be available to NSO members in Japan. And the game will be 40% off, bringing it down to 960 yen between November 1st and December 4th. Let's see. Nintendo's released a game trial pretty much every month in 2022, so that's nice.
What's Coffee Talk?
How to define it's sort of like a visual novel-esque game. I know I definitely got it on Games with Gold on Xbox. Maybe I should stream it or something.
Can I shoot things?
Yes.
No, I don't think. Wait, is there? Do you shoot anyone? I don't think you shoot anyone in that game.
Think so. I don't think so. It's
hard pass.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. I mean, it's cool that Nintendo here in Japan has been super consistent with this stuff. Also,
actually, I didn't talk about Bloodstained because I think we talked about it in news.
Yeah,
and then we went to the next episode and I didn't talk about it. But yeah, I played Bloodstained. I got to, I don't know, the first boss. The giant Medusa woman with big boobs.
Hell yeah!
I beat her, and then I did a little bit more after that. And yeah, it was a fun game. Nice game. Good game.
Yeah. It slaps. I hope you keep playing it.
Well,
the trial expired, and I didn't buy it. But
yeah, it's kind of wild how it's kind of wild and kind of unbelievable to me how Japan, the Japanese arm of Nintendo, which is you think usually is like the most backwards when it comes to anything
free
like
stuff.
Online and free stuff too.
Yeah,
but they're absolutely killing it with game trials. I mean, maybe not necessarily. Maybe not all the games going to be your cup of tea. Like Neko Tomo was like a game that was out earlier this year. Like this game about Kuma, whatever. It was a cats being your like friend cats or something like that. I don't remember, but yeah, not all of them are going to be your cup of tea, but at least they're doing something. Stuff is out there for Nintendo Switch Online members, whereas in the West, it's just like they'll randomly drop game trials at the weirdest times and then just go silent on them for months and months. It's so dumb.
I wonder if I wonder if the devs get any money, publishers get any money from these things, because they're not giving these games away. But I mean, you could technically beat some of these games in the week that you get it free, right? But then they have the sale, right? So it's usually play it, and then if you really like it, buy the game, right?
Yeah, and then the sales usually. It would be kind of interesting to get a peek behind the curtain to see what they do.
Right.
But you do bring up a good point too, because they do have the game on sale as soon as the game trial starts up, and then it goes like 2 weeks after the game trial is finished too, to give people more time if they were on the fence or something like that.
Yeah.
And they usually do sales. I think there's only been like maybe 1 or 2 instances where they haven't, and that's just dependent on the developer and publisher or whatever. But
I can't think of any games that I played in game trial and then bought it afterwards. But I have enjoyed a lot of games And I did well. Actually, there was that Captain Toad, which was the first one or one of the first ones, right?
Yeah, it was the first one for like North America,
Yeah.
and then in Japan it was a different game or something. Oh my god!
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, I cleared the whole game in that week. So,
Yeah.
and that was like, yeah, I probably would have got that game, but didn't have to because of the game trials. So that's
Right.
probably what Nintendo doesn't want to happen. But yeah,
yeah.
like
And I mean, we got a whole list of every game trial that ever hit Japan, all the like the artwork that they used and stuff like that too. We got that all saved up on the website. If you're, I'll put a link up on for the audio listeners, and also maybe on like the site article after we're done or whatever, so you guys can check it out if you want.
Right then.
Yep.
Let's go on to the real news next.
Yeah, James, what do we got next, bud?
Very exciting. So as hinted in my new business, some big news just came out of nowhere. There was a trailer a couple of days ago, I think November 14, 15, something like that.
Yep.
So yeah, Splatoon 3 is getting an update, and it is the next catalog, which they're calling the chill season. It's not called rainy season. Oh, drizzle. It's called drizzle season at the moment, that's the one that we're in right now. So catalog is something that you earn points towards in any game mode that you play. Salmon Run, Turf War, Ranked, whatever. You will get points towards this, and then you'll go up the ranks through the catalog, and you'll get an item. You'll get maybe what do you call those things? Name tags. You might get something like a shirt, or some shoes, whatever. You'll get something cool every single level you go up. And sometimes you get these mystery boxes, which have got, maybe about 8 or 10 items in them, which is pretty cool. I think maybe that's every 10 levels, maybe, I think, when it hits the big levels. Anyway, so the next catalog is coming out at the 1st of December. And like I said, it's called Chill Season. So yeah, new weapons, as you would expect, new stages, and do we have the name of the stage? I read it and I forgot it.
Yeah,
we don't have it in the agenda here.
That's probably the same, man.
Well, no, because it's based around a hot spring.
I probably read it and forgot. That's what I mean.
Yeah, it's based around a hot spring, and there's a trailer Nintendo released across all the regions.
Yeah, it's playing right now.
But it didn't have any text or voice or anything. It was just literally music and showing clips of what's coming. Let's see, maybe Danny could click that link and try and find the. Actually, here it is. I got it. So it's called Brine Water Springs in English. Spring as in hot spring, as in onsen. So it's probably called something onsen in Japanese.
Okay.
So yeah, it's cute, little octopus people, chilling out in onsen around the edge. It's cool. Looks cool. Looks like a cool stage. So, and then Flounder Heights, which is a classic stage from Splatoon 1, is coming back. Flounder Heights is a absolute classic. That's it's cool to see that come back, because that wasn't in Splatoon 2. So it's like Hisashiburi, Natsukashi. It's been a while. So that's pretty cool. X battles are back. I've never reached X rank, so I won't be doing this because X is like one above S. So and I'm still B minus. I don't know. I think I'll ever get to X rank, but yeah, X is like the most intense ranked battles. Those are the people that go to tournaments and things like that. It's it's cool, but it's coming back anyway.
Okay.
There's a new roller, a new charger, a new shooter, 10 returning weapons from previous Splatoon games, including some with modified sets. So that I'm assuming new subs or new specials. Those two new stages. There'll also be new gear, custom titles, victory emotes, new emotes, stickers, and more. More gear and more items. So yeah, very, very exciting. And the most hype thing, which is like mind-blowing, is this new Salmon Run mode. Here we go. It's talking about Salmon Run again. Salmon Run is now going to have a mode called Big Run. And this is crazy. So the Salmon Run modes, usually the stages for Salmon Run take part kind of off world. They take part like in this kind of gross area, infested with monsters and stuff. This one, Big Run, actually takes place on a regular stage. And in the trailer, they showed Wahoo World, which is like a theme park stage that they introduced in Splatoon 2. And it's also in Splatoon 3. And it's been infested with monsters. So Salmon Run is actually on a regular stage. So this is like, whoa, this is new. Because Splatoon 2, they never did anything other than the Salmon Run stages. The Salmon Run stages are very different from regular Turf War stages because, for example, like I was talking in my new business, they are not mirror images because there's no two teams, right? You're one team versus enemies, right? It's player versus enemies, right? So spawn points. It has several spawn points, and there are many versions of each stage, like tide out, tide in, high tide, and things like that. But they're always like the same, couple. There's not that many, to be honest. There's probably only about 4 or 5 ish in Splatoon 3 at the moment. So it's pretty wild that they're actually just kind of redoing a regular stage and making it into a Salmon Run stage. Together with all that new Kokozuna, the big Godzilla monster, which is what they showed in the trailer. It looks hype as fuck. Like it's amazing. And Salmon Run was already amazing. And they're just like making it even better and doing this completely wild card thing with it. It's like, give it to me now, put it in my veins. Thank you.
JCat 2. Oh my God, I'm so hyped for Big Run.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, they've obviously realized that, they probably have, Nintendo probably have statistics for like, who's playing what mode and for how long and all that kind of stuff. And they probably realized that, Salmon Run is getting a lot more play than it did in Splatoon 2. So yeah, fair play to them for like, making new modes and new stages for that. That's hype.
Yeah.
Just pure hype. So I'm on level 80 of the catalog out of 100.
Okay.
So hopefully I can grind through the rest of the catalog before the new catalog comes out in like 2 weeks. I probably will be able to be honest. I'm playing it pretty regularly. So once I get to 100 and then new catalog comes out, boom. Thanks very much. Although apparently it goes past 100. I think it resets and goes from 0 again.
Okay. I wouldn't know, but take your word for
it. And then you get like just random items, I guess, and random mystery boxes apparently. But I'm not too bothered about that as long as I get to 100 and get all the items for that catalog.
Right.
It's gonna be cool. So yeah, it looks like from this pace, because it came out 9th of September, right? So and it's September, October, November. So it's like 2.5 months, I guess. A new catalog every 2.5 months seems pretty cool.
Yeah.
And decent enough time to get through it. Although Danny's probably somewhere around level 2.
Oh man, like you know how it goes. Sometimes you pick up a game, you definitely tend to play it more than you do, and just I don't know what it's not that I hate it or anything. Just haven't been. I don't know. Just couldn't be bothered to go back. Sometimes it was like, oh, I'm trying to do something to do a review, or I'm working on a video, or I bought an Xbox, or something like that.
All right, mate. Didn't need a life story. I'm just saying you should get on it. If you ever want to play some tag team, some Salmon Run with me, I'm game. I'm on it pretty much every night. So just
to make excuses to not play games with you. Not only Ty, but you too.
Fair enough. So yeah, excited.
Cool.
Next.
Yep. So Yeah, Nintendo financials. I'm pretty sure that all of you guys out there already know all about this. We're going to kind of recap.
Did we already do this?
Love
This is the
numbers.
last episode.
No,
This is not charts.
this is not charts. This is the Nintendo financials. So Nintendo, this is the quarterly financials for basically the numbers between April 1st this year up until September 30th. What we did last week, James, was Famitsu, the Famitsu charts.
So is this like what, half a year worth of sales?
Yes.
Okay. Quarters 1 and 2, I guess.
Yep. So I'll throw up an image I have because 15 or more titles sold through 1 million units or more during this period. Switch games. 11 of those were actually Nintendo published games. Some of them I think you guys obviously already know what they are, but I made a kind of like a Famicast image to.
You got a picture for us, Danny?
Yeah, I got a picture.
For all the audio listeners.
Yes. Well, even for the audio stuff too, I do try to have some kind of pictures sometimes. But
yeah.
Sometimes it's the app's kind of weird because I try to make it a square. Okay, whatever. But yes, Splatoon 3
as long as your phone is relatively new and has a screen.
Yes. Well, Splatoon 3 sold through, almost 8 million units worldwide. And it's interesting to note too that just a little bit over 5 million of those alone were Japan only, which is pretty crazy, and it shows just how powerful of a brand that is and just how popular that series is here in Japan.
So this is global.
This is worldwide. Yep.
So like it's 3 million for the rest of the world.
Yeah.
5 million from Japan. That's fucking insane.
Yeah. And then after that, Nintendo Switch Sports come in with a little bit over 6 million. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is the next one after that. Still, just for the first half of the year, it's already number 3 with just over 3 million units. Kirby and the Forgotten Lands coming in with 2.6. Mario Strikers Battle League Football, whatever the hell you want to call it, from whatever region you're in, that came in just a little over 2 million units. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 charting early on at 1.72 million. Animal Crossing New Horizons just over 1.5. Smash Brothers Ultimate is on there as well, 1.35. Pokemon Legends Arceus, whatever, that's up there, 1.28. Breath of the Wild, 1.22 million, and Mario Party Superstars rounding off that top 11 Nintendo published games with 1.19 million. And again, this is just for things between April 1st of this year, 2022, to September 30th. So, not a lot of surprises here. They do have, they did show, I have an article written up about this too, where you can see the actual, kind of like the totals for the world, or the lifetime to date totals for these games too. We're going to move on to just the top 10 from Nintendo themselves. I'm going to go ahead and share. Actually, Nintendo actually has a very good Japanese website, which is freaking fantastic.
Top 10
when it comes to visuals and stuff like that here too. When it comes to their top 10 right now, as things stand at this last thing, September 30th, 2022, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. That is basically the number 10 selling game for the Switch, all-time lifetime to date, 14.81 million. After that, one that James talked about last time, Ring Fit Adventure, 14.87 million. Then after that, more Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, 14.92 million, followed by Super Mario Party, a little bit over 18 million there. Super Mario Odyssey, 24 million. Then Pokemon Sword and Shield, 25.35 million. Breath of the Wild next with almost 28 million units. Smash, we're getting really close to 30 million units there. And then, there were only two. Those two being Animal Crossing New Horizons at number 2 with 40.17 million, and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe keeps adding to its total. It's 48.41 million units sold today.
Jesus. H Christ.
Yeah.
When's Mario Kart 9 coming in?
I don't know. I always thought that was kind of a weird thing for people to say. It's this game's still selling. I don't know if it's in Nintendo's best interest to develop. I mean, yeah, they're probably at the very least bouncing off ideas for a new one and probably working on.
Did we talk about the next booster pack thing? I think there was a trailer for it as well. I can't remember, but that has been hinted, right? There's like the next pack.
Maybe.
I can't remember.
I don't think they've said anything recently, but
I thought there was a very short trailer. They didn't show all the tracks that were coming, but like an track or something.
You'd have to be a little bit more like in the past weeks or like months.
Yeah, the past month or so. Yeah.
Okay, dude. It's been a long month.
Right.
only halfway.
Maybe someone in the chat will tell us, but I think there was at least a couple of stages that were shared.
Yeah. And then I guess just to kind of close out the things with the hardware. I mean, Switch hardware, they do a good job of breaking down like specifically like, hey, this sold this sold this, blah blah blah, like that. And you can kind of see the same thing here. Switch OLED is kind of taken over, like being like the best seller for Nintendo. Switch OLED in this specific period sold through 3.53 million units, followed by the OG Switch model with 2.23 million, and then the Switch Lite just a little bit under a million with 920,000 units sold in this time period. So some other kind of interesting little tidbits, because I mean, obviously the Switch has sold through a shitload of units since it came out in 2017, and you guys probably already saw the agenda, but if you didn't, off the top of your head, were there any? What do you think the next Nintendo console is that they are going to surpass?
We've passed 64, right?
Long time ago.
The Virtual Boy.
Yes.
Super Nintendo passed that, right? NES, maybe?
Well, I'll go ahead and I'll share that so you can kind of see, because like Nintendo does, like they have some pretty good records.
Have they already passed the NES? I can't remember.
Let's take a look. So the original NES and family computer, whatever you want to call it, 61.91 million units. Super Nintendo, Super Famicom, little under 50 million units. N64 32, GameCube 21 million.
Yep.
And then it starts getting a little bit higher here. Game Boy 118.69 million. Game Boy Advance 81.51. And then I mean obviously the Wii. There, right? Wii and DS were just absolute monsters for Nintendo. DS 154 million units sold. Hardware for the Wii just 101 million. Paltry, terrible numbers. Wii U.
Here it comes, boys. The big one. Wii U. Hit me, Danny.
13.56 million. But Nintendo 3DS 75.94 million, but the Switch right now is sitting at 114.33 million. Yes, as of
it's already past Wii, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's past Wii. So it's DS next, I guess.
No, right now it's because DS is way up there, 154 million. It's coming. I mean,
that's the next one it has to beat.
Yeah, well, the Game Boy. Game Boy's 118 million. Gotcha. And right now the Switch is sitting at 114. So it'll be interesting to see. And I think, with the holidays coming out, Pokemon and all that type of stuff, I think a lot of people are going to be.
Yeah. Those will be the headlines in January. Switch passes Game Boy sales. And then
Nintendo will put out a press release or tweet or something like that. So you don't have to wait till early February for the next financial, release of information to find that one out, I think. But,
well, if anything I know about Nintendo is like they'd love dumping a console near the end, right? Like Wii, that was the best-selling console of all time, the best-selling home console of all time. And then they just went, okay, we're done. Yeah. And then that was it. It was just completely just threw it out the window. And,
I would say it's quite different now because it seems like they've made the switch in with the thought of like, hey, let's try to make this something that we can kind of as a platform that we can work on for a long time, not just these segmented boxes that they were in the past. And I think that's just where everybody is right now. So I don't think that Nintendo's could be that stupid.
That's the discussion as has always been in the last 2 or 3 years. Is the Switch Pro, the upgraded Switch, can still play all the old games, but it's a little bit more powerful. I don't know. I still don't know about that. But like with the Wii, for example, like I always look at the PS2 as a brilliant example of how to kind of go through different eras of one console. Because PS2 started off as like a hardcore, very expensive thing. People bought for a DVD player.
Yeah.
and then it transitioned to a little bit more wider audience. And then near the end of its life, it became a Wii almost. It had all of these kind of like, what would they call those? The PlayStation Eye? Is that what it was called? The Eye toy?
Yeah.
Where you clean the window by moving your hands and then things like that. And then it pushed it over to 150 million. Like it was and like shitty versions of FIFA, shitty versions of Madden, shitty versions of Just Dance. iToy games. They kept on pushing it. They did not let up. They're like, no, we're going to push this thing to 150.
Yeah,
and they went.
I think
they went there.
PS2 had kind of a bit of a resurgence. Like maybe I think Sony was maybe selling it in like Brazil, maybe somewhere like down in South America or something like that.
There's always stuff you can do.
It was just so much cheaper probably than anything, some of the higher end stuff. And then you throw FIFA on there and stuff like that. A lot of people are going to be happy.
You got budget releases. These games that go for $20. With a white label on or whatever like that.
Yeah, you can play PlayStation 1 games.
But Nintendo just went, nah, we're done with that now. We're good.
All
those Wii balance balls, just throw them in the trash. We're done.
Yeah. To be fair, I mean, I remember in 2014, I was visiting my mom, and I remember I was like in her bedroom and I saw that the Wii was hooked up to her TV, and she's like, "Oh, this is what I used to watch Netflix in here." I'm like, in standard definition,
right?
But some people just didn't care.
But that was a route. I mean, they tried a little bit with like the Wii Mini, like that red hamburger box one.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to push for that. I thought that was going to be the next thing. Really push that like a slimmed down model for like half the price or something like that. But no, that was like only released in Canada or something. It's like really weird.
Yeah, that was a weird.
Yeah, there was so much potential to have another wave of Wii, and they just didn't go for it.
Yeah,
and just shut off all the online services. Stop publishing games and everything. Just turn off the app.
Lemonade has a question here too. Like, do you think that it being a Switch will reach DS eventually?
Well, that was my point. Like,
yeah,
it should easily. The Switch could easily reach DS.
I don't know if easily. I don't.
Easily, dude. They just need to strategize and think about the next stage of Switch. And like,
I think it just depends on what they define as Switch.
Yeah.
Game Boy, if you think about that, I mean, the system was out for a long time. When they put those numbers out, that 118 million also includes Game Boy Color.
Oh, it does. Okay. Yeah. In that case, then don't you agree? Like, if it's like Switch Pro still counts, then
if they're gonna do basically a Game Boy and be like, yo, like this counts, OG Switch counts, Switch Pro or whatever the hell they call it, that counts because it's the same thing. I could see that happening. Yeah. But if they're talking about just like this iteration of Switch, like, I mean, it's still going to sell well. But like, I'm just wondering if it would have enough steam. But yeah,
if they're smart, I mean, thank God Reggie's not on board anymore. So there is a chance.
I don't really, when it comes to stuff like this, I don't think any of these subsidiaries have any say on what happens with hardware development and stuff like that. I don't think that's a thing. That's all Japan.
Furukawa guy, I don't know if he's got the smarts for it. Hopefully he has.
Yeah.
But yeah, just keep releasing good games, and keep the online on. Don't start fucking phasing down the online, or like turning shit off, or making things like not be available anymore, all that kind of stuff. Because they fucking turn off online services like nobody's business. They're infamous for it.
Do you blame them? I mean, what? I don't know. It sucks for like preservation and stuff like that, but like, who's going to pay for?
If you can't download Mario Odyssey in 2020
Oh,
what's the year now? 2027, for example.
okay.
That's
okay,
fucked up.
okay. No, I agree. I thought you were talking about like, man, they should really have the Wii shop open still. I want to play, I don't know, whatever, insert.
No, I think what they have now is good. Like
Yeah.
the online, the store and everything and how it's all connected, that's good. But I just fear that they're just going to, even that is going to be turned off in 5 years' time.
How are they going to make money on the same games again?
It's like
by the way,
re-release games.
Lemonade said that Wii Mini released in Europe later. I have one. I always believe Lemonade. He has almost
Canada
everything.
and Europe. Brilliant.
Yeah, AZEK 2. The first two God of War games came out on PS2 when the PS3 was out already. Was it really that late?
Huh. Yeah, PS2 was selling way into PS3. Oh, well,
yeah, I know, but I was thinking like for God of War.
Now you mention it. Now Zeke mentions it, like maybe the absolute piss poor start of the PS3 maybe helped the PS2 because like who wants to spend $1,000 on a PS3 when you could get a PS2 for like $50 and have like 28 games with it?
They did start out that generation with egg on their face, right? It was almost like N64 level of stuff. Nintendo, we got the dream team. It's like, okay, where are the games? Please wait a little bit longer. But like Sony, was just a bunch of other weird things. Yeah, it seems like you could just. There are different timelines where each of these big three companies have had their own stupid moments where they're like, oh, we're so good. It's like, okay, Nintendo's probably next, so it's gonna be fun after the Switch.
Right.
All right. Well, James,
wow.
Do you hear that?
I do. Ah, there it is. That's right. It is time for the Fukubukuro of Fabulousness, which is the part of the show, if you're new to the show, where we tell you what games you are going to buy, whether you like it or not.
Yes.
By that, I mean, we will suggest some games that you could probably afford and we think are good. And people in the chat listening live might say, yeah, I agree with those guys. That is a good game. You should buy that.
Or you might say, man, fuck your mama.
Oh, it's only $2. I spent $78 on that last week. You sons of a bitches.
Yes.
All those kind of fun things may happen. So yeah, let's check it out. So today, actually, I checked the US one. I checked the UK one, and they were very similar actually. And they weren't that many games. Like it was really surprising. Like I put my usual filters on, $10, £10. Metacritic score 75 or above, and there was like maybe like 10 games or something like that. It was wasn't that good. So I changed it to Japan for a laugh because that's usually the joke, right? Japan sales, lol. Japan doesn't do sales, or if they do, they're not as good as everywhere else, right?
There are a lot of games on sale on the eShop. It's kind of you don't want a lot of them.
So yeah, today we're doing Japan. So it's I think I put the price at was it maybe 2,000 yen?
Yeah,
I think it was. Yeah, 2,000 yen or under. So some of these games are available on the US and UK eShops. Okay, so maybe this is something that Danny or Ty might be interested in, or me, myself, or anyone else living in Japan listening. So yeah, Monster Hunter Rise, for example, is down to under 2,000 yen, which is that's usually a full price game, right? Like 5,000-6,000 yen.
Since Sunbreak's come out, they did kind of have some sales here and there. So like this is one of those periods. Yeah, I mean, the demo was fun.
Yeah, the demo it wasn't a Game Trials, was it? Was it Game Trial? Or was
and
it
not
just
in
a demo?
Japan, not Japan. I don't think.
Oh, okay, yeah. I remember playing that game and enjoying it more than any other Monster Hunter game I played.
Yeah.
Ikaruga is on sale in Japan, not anywhere else, for 1,400 yen.
Yo.
Yeah.
To the Moon. This is on every eShop, on sale at every eShop at the moment. In Japan, it's 960 yen. I think it was like less than $9. That £8, something like that.
Pretty good game.
That's the remake, the new fancy version, right?
Yeah.
So, and then No More Heroes is also on sale on a lot of eShops. It's a 980 yen. So yeah, less than $10, 10 squids elsewhere. the first one, and the sequel is also on sale for that same price, 980 yen. So yeah, you can get both No More Heroes for less than 2,000 yen instead of probably 6,000 yen.
By the way, if you're watching the video version, that is not a Nazi symbol in the middle of the screen.
Oh Jesus! Right, exactly. Yeah, I should have.
Or is it?
Erased my browser history before sharing my screen, right?
Demonetized.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a manji, which is it's a symbol they symbolize.
Symbol of hate, James. How dare you? Look at this
A
guy.
temple. If you're looking on a map, that's a symbol that there's a temple there.
Oh, yeah.
Battle Chasers Night War is apparently a very good game. That's 890 yen. Check your eShop of choice. VVVVVV is 500 yen. That's that game which you kind of go either on the ceiling or on the floor. You kind of flip between the ceiling and the floor. You don't actually jump. You're just a guy that can go from ceiling to floor.
Classic banger.
Yep. So Eastwood, I believe Lemonade is probably already in the chat telling us to buy
it
this
again.
game.
Buy Eastwood.
He is? Okay.
Currently all-time low sale.
Yeah, lowest price ever, 1,600 yen in Japan, and probably similar price, whatever, 15 maybe?
Yeah, Lemonade was sounded off on our Discord about this too. So
yeah. So this is like what is it? It's like a action adventure style RPG, more action based. Like you're actually physically hitting the bad guys with weapons, not turn based. It's absolutely beautiful. Like it's been in several directs, indie directs, regular directs, and yeah, it's like a very detailed Earthbound or something like that. It's like really beautiful artwork. It's like it looks incredible. And Lemonade's a big fan. Journey to the Savage Planet is a Metroid Prime, like original Metroid Prime style game, less than 2,000 yen. And Superliminal is the puzzle game, like first person puzzle game by, I think, friend of the show, Seren McNulty is the producer on that game.
Oh, cool.
Or something like that. She's heavily involved with that game. That's down to 1,200 yen at the moment. Probably on other eShops it's reduced as well. And then there was Trigger Witch, which I know Ty is familiar with. Maybe played at an event, right?
Yeah, I played it at TGS. I broke the game and they gave me a free soundtrack.
There it is. If you haven't picked it up yet, it's 800 yen, half off.
It rules.
Nice. And then I think that was it.
Uh-oh.
What's that?
Let a Google ad. What sites have you been on?
Just give that anime girl 2 seconds, James.
Okay. I'm really interested to know what this game is. So I might click on it. It's called Black Future 88. It looks like 80s and
yeah.
I really want to know what it is. Does anyone know what the Black Future 88 is?
I have no idea.
No clue.
Let's find out. Oh,
Shmup?
Okay. Yeah.
It looks like you have a guy running around, maybe. Yeah.
Action adventure multiplayer. Offline,
Okay.
1 to 2 players. Main story of beat it in 6 hours. Okay. Looks all right. Kind of reminds me of Valfaris a little bit, but like more modern.
Right.
Yeah, I believe Valfaris is also on sale. Ty, did you ever beat that game?
No, I never got around to it.
Good game. Check it out.
JCat says in the chat here too. Yeah, Tokyo Revengers is censored in the West because of the manji symbol. She said that she had to use a VPN to watch the uncensored version.
My manjis.
Naughty. All right. Well, oh man, you smell that?
Something stinks.
Danny, we don't do what was the opposite of Fukubukuro of Fabulousness? The garbage.
But
we don't do the garbage pile anymore.
Exactly. But there is some anime trash that is in Ty's. It's not stinking episodes. Actually, it's new
stink.
Stuff. It's new stuff. Ty,
yeah,
take it away.
All right. So to recap, every fucking day I play UFO catchers. I spend my free tickets that I get every day, and they send me the shit to my house, and I unbox it. And yeah, let's see what's in here. I used like 4 or 5 different sites, well, probably more like 4 now. Let's see. So this one, there's no fancy logos on it. So this must be Taito Catcher.
And all of these should be linked up on the website and also in the description box below. So if you guys want to try these out for yourself, you probably can do that. So
yeah, good luck playing Taito Catcher without fucking knowing Japanese. And this one it's like an extremely Japan only kind of site.
Okay.
But maybe you can play the practice game. I don't even know if they have a practice.
Just put in your money first, please. Okay.
All right. What do we got? Oh shit! I got this. What's her name? From My Hero Academia.
I saw her on TV a couple of weeks ago. I don't know what her name is.
She's popular and strong, and she has these big bunny ears, and I want her to choke me out so bad. Danny says.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, like I actually got this on like one try, like 200 yen. I was super lucky. Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. It's fancy. I love it.
Right on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Action pose. All right. On to the next box. Where did I just put that box cutter?
Jesus Christ, that's not a sentence you hear often on podcasts.
Right? Okay, let's see. This one's from Toriba. Toriba it ships worldwide, but I don't know if you're gonna get a very good connection. And it's also probably the hardest site to win stuff off of, so I don't really recommend it.
After Ty's done, I do have some Crane Game toy trash that I didn't get from Crane Game. Yeah.
Oh.
I'll wait till after Ty's done.
Okay. Oh! It's another fucking bunny girl figure for the collection. I now have so many.
There it is.
Yeah. There you go.
Is that safe for work?
And kind of borderline. She got kind of big knock there. Yep. All right. Put this over here. All right. What's next? All right. This is from Sega UFO. They have their really fancy boxes they send these in. Oh, I think I know what this is. I've been looking forward to this.
Here it comes.
Yeah. So, Sega Catcher. Well, I guess the old site was Sega Catcher. This is, what was it? Sega UFO Catcher. They don't really give out free. They do a free plays, but it's only to win like extra stickers and shit.
Oh.
Yep. But they do give you free credits every day. Oh, it's a Miku.
Oh, cute.
It's an adorable plush Miku. And it's got little bunny ears.
Nice.
Yeah. Another bunny girl for the collection. Maybe not what you'd expect, though.
Right.
All right. She's cute. I love her. Okay. What the hell is this? Another Toriba box. Let's go. Love to open boxes. It's like Christmas every 2 weeks. From fucking gambling sites instead of, my friends and family.
Right. They're your friends and family now.
Yeah. All right. Guess what I got? I'll give you one guess.
Miku?
No, it's another fucking bunny girl. She has some big old boobs. Let's go.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I changed the ticker for you, Ty.
All right. Nice. Thank you. And there's another.
Come in, Mom.
No, Mom. It's called Anime, Mom, not cartoon. we have got another anime chan this time with a cool hat.
That is a cool hat.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Check out this whole outfit. It pops. I have no idea what this is.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh yeah, it's from '86. I don't know what that is.
Yes, you don't know what that is? Huh? What kind of nerd
86.
are you?
I don't know. I don't watch cartoons.
Right.
All right, I think I got 2 more boxes. Maybe I'll save the big one for last. What the hell is this?
Of course.
Okay.
You always
another...
said the big one for last, right?
Yeah, Sega UFO. I don't really have a super big one. I have like all these small ones in a medium.
That's what she said.
Okay. Damn.
I guess you don't need Christmas presents, Ty, right? You just get them yourself.
Yeah. That's right. I was on Amazon, JP. I was looking at just buying a UFO catcher.
Right. Just practice at home.
Yeah.
Your parents help you set it up.
All right. I've been looking for. This is the one I was really looking forward to.
All right.
I'm just gonna open it up. Check it out.
Okay. I thought it was just a head. Okay.
It's severed head, which is legal in this country. Oh, this is a plush Anya from Spy Family.
Okay.
Watch now on Netflix.
Spy Families.
Yeah, it's a good show.
Okay.
Yeah, and this is like the cutest thing I own now. Right?
Yeah, it is pretty cute.
It's adorable. Okay. Yep. I'm not now the envy of like, I don't know, every anime addicted nerd in Japan.
Right.
But the anime is in fact good as fuck. It's like if they made what was that Brad Pitt movie, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, into an anime. That's what it is.
I'm waiting for when they make the assassination of Jesse James by the Cara Roderick Ford into an anime.
Oh yeah.
Oh god, I saw like somebody done a CG version of that with Yogi Bear.
Wait,
the most depressing thing.
Jesse oh man.
Jesse James, that scene.
I saw that.
Ooh,
yeah.
Boy. I want to see that now.
Holy all right, here we go.
Hanging the picture scene. That scene.
Oh boy.
Here's what you've been waiting for: the bunny girl Miku. This is slightly different from the previous one I got because this one's kind of a pink color instead of white.
Yeah.
Yep.
Miku's looking a little naughty.
Yeah, this is kind of kinky, kind of. Yeah.
No shame will come your way, Ty. Not from me.
Right. Oh, sick. And here's a Marvel Black Panther figure I got.
Oh man,
nice.
That's hype as fuck.
It is.
Oh man, can I have that for Christmas?
Maybe. I got this one by kind of scamming the machine. Like it was one of those crane game ones, and instead of dropping it in the return, it like bounced out of the front of the machine.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah, and I've now done this on Tokyo Catch like 3 times, and every time I send them a little support message like, "Hey, I bounced it out the front. Does this count?" And they're like, "Hell yeah, brother."
Nice.
Cool.
For you, anything. Mr. Ty.
Right?
You put my kids through college.
Yep. Yeah, Tokyo Catch is in fact run by Russians.
That's right.
Great.
Let's talk after the show, Ty. I need that figure. I will pay anything.
Yes.
But
yeah, sorry, by the way, not safe for work, Miku.
I have something, not anime, but I have something. So maybe you guys have seen this cushion before.
Sick.
The 8-bit Link holding a 8-bit Triforce above his head. This is official stuff. This is not fake. So I got this in Village Vanguard, which you guys may know. It sells. It's the most random shop ever, isn't it? It's like if you know Don Quixote, it's like a little bit more upmarket version of that because like all this like Don Quixote is just full of trash. Like it's just literally anything, right? Village Vanguard is like, it's all official stuff. You'll see Cuphead, real
Dead
official
by
Cuphead
Daylight hoodies with like characters on the back and stuff, dude. Ty literally is like, holy shit, I wonder if Ty has all of these.
So the one near my place, the one in Makahari Mess, the one next to Makahari Messe actually, where Tokyo Game Show and Nintendo Live that Danny went to last month, like all of that stuff is held next to this big shopping mall called Ion. What's it called? Ion Mall, I think it's called Shintoshi Mall, right? So they have a pretty big Village Vanguard there, and it's closing down. And I just happened to be in there as it was happening, and I just saw this sign. It just said 90% off everything in this, and they had this like little cordoned off area where they were just selling, I guess, all the stuff that they were not going to sell in other stores. They were just like, okay, yeah, we're just going to get rid of this stuff. So like everything was 90% off, and I was just like, holy shit! They had like so much cool stuff. Like I got some like little toys for my kids and this, and I saw this for myself, right? This was down from like 4,900 yen to it was like 400 yen. I'm not kidding. This was 400 yen. An official Nintendo cushion. It's beautiful. I love it, and it was the bargain of the century. And I probably could have got it for 100 yen if I'd used a crane game and got it in one go, right, Ty?
Right.
But realistically, that's not happening to me. So yeah, I'm happy to pay the 400 yen and just get it. So yeah, that's my not anime, not trash.
Cool. All right. Well, that is going to do it for the not anime, not trash, and also for the anime and trash. So we're going to go ahead and move on to just a little bit of feedback from you guys.
By the way, type what your favorite anime trash is in the chat, and I'll use it for the thumbnail.
Okay.
Nice.
So for feedback, if you guys have anything you want to ask us, comments, questions, or whatever, you guys can get a hold of us. You can get a hold of us for a more long form kind of thing at the Famicast@gmail.com. Hit us up on Twitter at the Famicast. Hit us up in YouTube comments. Hit us up on the Famicast.com. This in the comments section there or whatever, and we can have your stuff read out on the air like these guys. So I'm going to pull up a couple of things from YouTube, and James is getting a couple of things already.
So yeah, a couple of things on the Twitters at the Famicast, obviously. So yeah, the first one was from Genki, who was just saying, nice video. I think it was a fun cafe to visit. Obviously, Genki and Danny teamed up to go to the Adaibu cafe. Good times. Yeah, I watched it. Nice video.
Oh, thank you.
And then the other comment is from a guy called Gerald. I don't know if he made this Twitter account just to make this comment, because his handle is Medi07680662, which screams of bot, but he might not be a bot. I apologize if you're not a bot. So yeah, he commented on our Resident Evil 2 Cloud Edition videos that I did, which I may have forgotten to talk about today and previously.
Yeah, right, I forgot it too.
I think on the last episode I said I just downloaded it.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, and then I immediately played it after the episode went live. Anyway, he says he notices that Resident Evil 3 runs way, way better than Resident Evil 2, and I don't know why. And yeah, if you haven't watched my video, I ended up, instead of doing 3 videos of separately, I just combined them all in one, because the trial that they let you play to kind of do like a network test is really short. I think it's like 5 minutes. It's like you can only play 5 minutes of Resident Evil 8, 7. I didn't play 7. I played 8, Remake 2, and Remake 3.
Right. 7's demo comes out like on the 4th or something like that December.
So I mashed all 3 together into one video, so you can just watch all 3 in like 15 minutes. So yeah, I'd recommend having a look at that. But yeah, it's so true. Like Resident Evil 2 Remake, and we're just talking about the police station today, right, with Ty's new business. It puts you right in the in the police station. So I guess it's not starting you at the beginning part of the game. It skips all the cutscenes, just puts you straight in the police station. And it did feel very kind of gray and almost like a little bit a lot of artifacting, or the colors looked very washed out, and not in the way that it was supposed to be. You know, it looked very washed out. And I was just like, oh, okay, well, this is just, you know, the cloud, whatever. And then I booted up Resident Evil 3 Remake, and it's like it's beautiful. Colors are popping, everything's shiny, glossy. It looks like way higher resolution, and it, you know, runs like, you know, all the versions ran well, but it just looks so much better. And then and then 8 Village also ran pretty well. Over that game is fucking dark as hell. I couldn't see what the fuck I was doing in that game. But yeah, I was playing it on LAN cable in Japan, so it's like, you know, obviously optimal situation, and all the games ran smoothly. But yeah, Resident Evil 2 Remake definitely the visual qualities were a lot worse than the other two for whatever reason. So yeah, thanks for bringing that up, Geralt. Looking forward to The Witcher Season 3 as well, which I'm assuming he's also the main actor in it.
Right, obviously. Cool. Well, a couple of things from YouTube, if you don't mind if I bring that up here, James.
Get on
the screen. Thank you. God.
YouTube comments.
Yes. So on the last episode,
what a frightening thing to
you know, I will say, I think a lot of comments that we get are pretty good, and I think most people that are commenting on our YouTube videos seem like they're not a big bunch of dummies. You do get it every once in a while, but
except for this guy,
no, definitely not one of the big dummies. This comes from John Cario.
Oh no, definitely not dumb guy.
Yeah. For the last episode of Famicast 233, he said, Danny, if you haven't yet, please get the Master Chief Collection. You got to play some more of the original Halo now that you're an Xbox owner again. It's one of the best deals since Orange Box. I mean, yeah, holy shit. I mean, yeah, there is a ridiculous amount of gaming goodness in this box. I mean, being a member of Game Pass, I have access to this. Now it's just a matter of space, you know, on the old Xbox Series S hard drive.
Chief Collection's a big boy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's over 100. I mean, yeah, freaking Call of Duty is like over 100 with everything downloaded as well. So, yeah,
you can easily fit both of those on. What are you talking about? 220 gigabytes, easy, boom, done.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, and somebody else is actually asking about NBA 2K. Yes, here it is. If the game actually requires, because like, okay, you know, what some physical games do, you know, it's kind of the age old problem with the Switch, right? The publishers skimp out on the carts. They have like it seems like they swear to God they somehow try to get a 1 gigabyte cart, and they sell like a $60 game that has like a $40 down or 40 gigabyte download or whatever.
They put the title screen on the cartridge, and then the rest you download.
It's kind of egregious. And like, you know, they always had these big ugly little things on the package to make you know and to shame you or something. I don't know, whatever they wanted to do. And yeah, that was kind of a thing. But with NBA 2K, it seems like they've been kind of taking that off of the package, which at the same time, it makes it a little bit hard to know how much space you need to have. I bought the physical version of the game last year, 2K22, because there's a special Japan only variant, so I needed that. And but yeah, I was thinking like, okay, what, they could have at least a few gigabytes on here, but like, no, it was like a 40 gigabyte download. And I think just even if you download it from the eShop, it's the same. So it's like, oh man.
then do you ever try playing those games without downloading anything? Like, what can you actually do?
You literally can't. You
literally put the cartridge in and it says, welcome to NBA, download everything.
I think so. I've only did it once with it, but I don't think you can, because it's just not, I mean, it's not like Xbox where you can download X amount of data and it kind of like compiles it in a certain way where it's like, okay, now you can actually play this. I don't think Nintendo's tech is that sophisticated.
No, I was thinking more like, 30 years in the future, you whip out your Switch and the physical copy of this game, and you put the cartridge in, all the online services are down. What happens?
Yeah,
it just says, literally a piece of plastic.
It's just trash. It's just trash.
Because Doom 2016 does not do that. You can play the entire story mode from the Doom cartridge. You cannot play the multiplayer because you have to download it. But that makes sense, because if you want to play the online multiplayer, you have to go online and download it online.
Exactly.
But the story mode, no, you don't. You can play the whole thing on an airplane. No problem.
Well, I mean, I'm not trying to defend NFL 2K or NBA 2K or anything like that.
Sounds like you are.
No, but I mean, to play the game, you have to be like logged in for progress for a lot of different things, which is kind of annoying, especially if you just want to play single player stuff, but they want to track stuff like in-game currency and stuff like this. It's stupid.
What a load of shit. They should at least have like a little training mode you can play, right? Offline.
Yeah. But anyways, if you want to, okay. Enough about that. But no, and seriously, everybody that's been commenting throughout the live show today as well, thank you guys so much. JCat, Lemonade, Zeke, what's the new guy's name? Transient Image. James Allen was here too. Thank you guys so much for popping in throughout the episode. Really enjoy hearing from you guys. So that's what it's all about.
That's right.
But that's actually going to bring the Famicast 234 to a close. We're going to go ahead and give out our Twitter handles so you guys can follow us on social media. If you want to follow me, you can follow me at DannyBiv, DANNYBIV. JC?
I'm at Famicomplicated on Twitter and on Mastodon, just in case Twitter goes down. I've already reserved my name on Mastodon.
Dude, I did too, but I was thinking it was like,
didn't understand it. Didn't understand anything, but at least I reserved my name.
I mentioned this last time too, but be sure to check out like your YouTube accounts, your individual YouTube accounts, you guys, and also everybody else out there, because you can reserve your own like usernames or whatever. This is something that they had been planning before everything started happening with Twitter. But I reserved Danny Biv. The Famicast is reserved. I don't know if they're trying to do like their own timeline type of thing. It sounds kind of weird. But anyways, before I forget, Ty, where can people find you?
I'm Elon Musk on Twitter. I'm verified.
Knew it was you.
not the Elon Musk, but like an exact copy that's verified.
Yeah.
Along with many others.
Perfect.
No, I'm Super Cat Drugs on Twitter, and I will post until the site breaks, possibly tomorrow.
Yeah, right.
I don't know about you guys, but Nintendo of America sent out a very distasteful tweet the other day of Mario flipping the bird.
Wow! I can't believe Nintendo would do that.
Wow.
I just unfollowed them after that. I'm like, no, this is horrible. It was a verified account, so it has to be 100% true.
When I was looking for naughty pictures, I did see that one where a pregnant Luigi was showing Wario his anus. Remember that one? I'm not even kidding.
A classic banger. Yeah.
I'm not even
All
kidding.
of this and more on Twitter.com.
At least insulin is free now.
Oh my God. All right. On that wholesome, family-friendly note, it's done. It's over. We're gone. Thank you guys so much for listening. We'll see you on the next episode. 2 episodes left. 2 episodes left for the rest of 2022. Man. Get hyped. Fammies are coming pretty soon. We're probably going to give you a preview next time. Maybe.
Start compiling those games of the year lists.
Yep.
It's coming up, boys.
Yep.
We'll run through the awards next episode, and then before we do it for realsy.
Yep, that's 2 weeks for the video one. That's November 30th. Audio show, that'll be December 2nd. Get hyped. All right, boys. It's been fun. Thank you guys out there for listening, watching, however you consume the episode. We will catch you later.
Peace.
Peace.
Balls.